Now, still on the demise of Junior Pope, you're about to hear something very powerful, very strong. Now, there are two sides to it. In fact, let me say that there are three sides to this, but I want you to pay attention from the beginning of it till the end. One is this. Junior Pope would have been alive if he had used the dirty life jacket. That's one. Common sense, isn't it? Safety measure. At least if that is done, there will be nothing, even if something is going to happen, there will be a sort of protection, you know. Two, Junior Pope comes from the river. I mean, his mom or his dad or both of them requested for the river, got there somewhere, Junior Pope. And the spirit took Junior Pope back. Or Junior Pope is disrespectful. He's part of those that did not pay or do something or offer something to the river like T-Virus did. Three, what pastors will say, that there is no power greater than the power of Yeshua Mashiach, and all of these powers are lesser powers. That they are lesser powers does not mean that they cannot capture or keep someone in servitude. Yes, that's the truth of it. Now, you're about to hear from a priestess. This is deep. When I say this is deep, this is deep. I want you to hear from this priestess. You'll be hearing deep, deep revelations about the mystery surrounding the demise of Junior Pope. What really happened? Who is Junior Pope? Recall that Junior Pope said, "Nah, only me, my mama born." No. Simply put, I am the only child of my mother. Maybe the only surviving. Maybe the only one remaining. Or the only one that she ever gave birth to. Now, in certain circumstances, there are certain children that come this way. Probably their parents had stillbirth, or their parents was having issues giving birth to children. It could be a biological thing. Then it could also be something spiritual. And also, again, it could be a biological thing, but they decided to initiate or connect spiritual, go to some deity. And the deity felt like, well, since there is no way, I mean, medically, they couldn't sort it out or solve it then, or they didn't have enough money. I will release the child. I will give the child. So they make covenant with this goddess, whatever, they do whatever. And this woman comes with a child. And then they say, every now and then, you must come to offer this and that to us. What you're about to hear, pay attention. Before proceed, like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you for returning and for being here. To those that have tapped on that thanks button to encourage this channel to do more, I say a very, very big thank you to you. May God replenish your pocket. Let us get right into this one without further ado. Junior Pope, actor, what really happened?
First and foremost, my condolence greetings to the family that lost their life on the boat at River Niger. Then secondly, I want to quickly address this issue because I see a lot of people are ignorant of some things and they make chalant attitude about it. I'm a priestess, a traditionalist, and a spiritualist. When we're talking about African spirituality, we need to respect it. Man-made, mami water, iyemoja, anything that live inside water, they are pure. They are not evil, they are holy. But we human beings that God created, we make jokes out of it a lot, which is not proper. First, God created heaven and earth. He created we human on the land. And he created the unseen forces, the man-made, the mami water, whatsoever, down the water. Give them the oxygen to live there. And it gives we human beings oxygen to live on the ground. But there are some things at times. Take a look at this picture above me here. A lot of mistake is there. You are not a priestess. You are not a priest as well. Why are you holding this bell? When you see a priest or a priestess holding this bell or something like this, you can see there's a fish on it. Or something like this. Or something like this. It means we want to ascend the spirit. We want to call the spirit of the water to ascend and take their sacrifice. That is when we use this. When you take a look at my video on my page, a lot of videos that I've done, how I did my sacrifice goddess of the sea, goddess of the water, the lagoon goddess. Before I approach it, I will first of all appraise it at the tip of the river. I will call her, I will do this, I will use this, or I use this to call her that your daughter is here to feed you. And they were sent. We have to put down a blood. It could be chicken, it could be goat, depending on what she has said or tell us to do. And after that, we will now proceed with this boat to appraise her at the center of the river. And the minute we approach, we embark on that journey, the minute we embark on the spiritual journey with this boat, with our food inside calabash, to give to the queen of the lagoon. Immediately we will be using this to call her, or we use this, or some people use this. We don't just use this for child play. It is not a child play. Like what is happening inside this video. It is not a child play. You guys take it as a joke, but they see it as if it was a spiritual person or a priestess or a priest that was calling them to come and take their sacrifice, to come and feed on something. The whole thing that happened inside this picture, it was total mistake. You guys don't need to joke with things. There are some things you don't need to joke with. Like Yoruba people will say, "Afọwọ́fà bí mo ṣe rí kíní àfọwọ́fà ni." And when you see me on top of the water with this boat, immediately I called her and I will see a mark, because I have a lot of video when we call her, when we are inside this boat to feed her. There's what we call tsunami. It will look like a tsunami on top of that water. The water will be rolling at the center. Immediately that water open mouth will place the calabash there. And I must not spend 3 minutes on top of that river before we evacuate from that place. Because she's very powerful. We don't joke with it as a spiritualist, as a priestess, or as a priest. They are not evil. They don't kill. The whole thing, the whole scenario that happened inside the video that affected a lot of life that was lost was just total nonchalant attitude. Why will this guy be holding that bell? You are holding that bell and you are even bending your head, ringing it on that water. It means you are calling the spirit of the water. We don't call spirit of water as a child play. We don't call it for fun. We don't make fun with it. The minute you see a priestess or a priest or somebody that worship water, that all this kind of thing in my hand, or this kind of thing at the riverside, or this, it means we are calling that spirit to descend, to come and feed on the sacrifice we have brought for them at the riverside. Afọwọ́fà lélẹ́yìí. Mami, water man made, they are not demons, they are not evil. They are holy, they are pure. And we have praised God through them. Because it's God that created them as well. I see a lot of comments condemning it. Jeje wọn ni wọ́n wà now. Ibùgbé wọn nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ bá wọn now. And you cannot just walk gently and move in your own way. Why will you be using this? The minute you see me using this, we are calling Ore Yeye o. Ore Yeye o. Gbéra nílẹ̀ ó dìde. Gbéra nílẹ̀ ó dìde. It means ascend, I am calling you. Leave your daughter, I am calling you. You now call that spirit. When the spirit not descend, you see you are calling them for fun. In Tori Lodge. And I believe this will serve as a lesson for everyone out there. Everybody, is even exemption of nobody. We need to learn. Because this religion as a thing has destroyed a lot of things in Africa as well. That you've forgotten your African spirituality. You have forgotten your African tradition. There's what we call tradition. At times, if you take a look at Osun Osogbo, There's time that when they are doing, there's this aja that I'm holding, this bell as well. They usually do the festival that they must not, even, it will be a time, a week or 7 days, that you will not hear the sound of this thing, that they'll be doing sacrifice for this thing, that they must just hear the sound at the riverside. You must not take this thing at the riverside for some days. They do that in Osun-Osogbo as well. And after that days, you cannot take this thing to the river to do it. We don't hold this thing to just be holding it for fun. We don't hold this thing to just be holding it for fun at the riverside. It means a lot to us. Even those going to church, when you go to your church, you see your bed at the altar. Will your pastor just take it for fun? If not that your pastor wants to pray with it, to call different type of angel, angel Michael, angel Jubilee, angel Gabriel, depending on the kind of angel you want to call, to ascend and accept your prayer and take your prayer down to God. A lot of mistake happened there. I forward you. And I pray that the life of the soul, the people that lost their life, may their soul rest in perfect peace. And please, everybody should learn from this. Learn from this. There's this video I saw too. There was a guy at the beach calling Mami Water. Mami Water, they say you there inside this water. Oh yeah, come outside. And I love what Olokun did. Olokun has arise and pour all the water on that guy. The guy gets injured on the rock. The video went viral. Olokun actually wants to swallow that guy. Because you need to respect these people. God has created us on the ground. And God created them down the water. There's oxygen there for them. We don't need to joke with a lot of things. Different spirits inside the water. Different spirits on the earth as well. A lot of people, you need to learn from this nonchalant attitude and a lot of mistakes that happen inside this video. Even with the life jackets. Even if they are with the life jackets, what will happen will still happen. Because there was nothing like respect with the goddess of the water here. There was no respect there. Why will you be holding that bell? You call them to come and feed on something. That is just the meaning. When we are bringing this thing, we are calling them to feed on something. That we have bring their sacrifice. That they should come and take their sacrifice. That is what it means. We use this to call them our ancestors. We use this to call them. It is not a child play. We don't just use it as a child play. You are taking it as a child play and see what happens next. Those that lost their life, may God forgive them. And may they rest in perfect peace. And may God forgive them and forgive everybody all our sin. It is well with everybody.
Hi everyone, God bless you. This is the great spiritual prophetess at that place. How are you guys doing? My condolence to Junior Pope family. I wonder how the wife will be feeling now. Oh my goodness. And the children. But a big mistake was made. First of all, before going on or embarking on any journey, first of all, you need to consult. Life is more spiritual than physical. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows what will happen next. Apart from that, what really happened that took the life of this young, because Junior Pope never supposed to die now. But it's a covenant. It's a covenant. The mother literally asked for a child. But when he grows, he forgets that he needs to be doing appeasement. Anybody will die for water and water picking. He needs to be doing an appeasement. Because before the mother could even get his pregnancy, she did like this. That is what majority of mothers are doing today. When they go and seek for a child from water, they will not be doing the necessary thing. That's when they will know that water is evil. Who told you? And they will not tell the child on time for the child to know what to be doing. Now, they said they would take, when I did consultation, they said before he gets to 40 that they will take him. And some people are saying that he's 39. Can you imagine? His instinct is telling him not to go. But that is what is wrong with most of you people. When your instincts came telling you not to go somewhere, you want to prove stubborn. And you don't know there is chi. You are living with your chi. You are living with a spiritual guy that is telling you things. But because you are not in the spirit, you ignore. You ignore. That place that they went to, before you cross any river, you have to do a spiritual appeasement. Even if it is to pray in Fanta, pour it inside that water before you cross is something. Even if it's to buy sweet and biscuit, fruits, slice it, pray inside, pour it inside that water. Pass. The spirit has acknowledged it. Now, waters are hungry. Waters are hungry. Beach. The beach is not safe now. Rivers are not safe now. For now, the spirits are hungry. I don't know, but they said the spirits are hungry. There are some territory you don't bypass. There are some spirits that you don't bypass. Now the other guy went and be ringing bell. Are you a spiritualist? Are you a spiritualist? You went and be ringing bell on top of the boat, inviting some spirits that you don't need to invite. You went and be ringing bell. Do you think that it is a fancy thing that a spiritualist will go to water and ring bell? You don't know you don't know there is some spirit we are calling. You went there, you were ringing bell. Now they don't call me to now. They don't call me to now. The main cause of John Pope dead, Junior Pope death is because he failed to acknowledge who he is, and he is not doing appeasement for himself based on where the mother went before she conceived. It is an agreement. And you people should not forget that you are going to bury him beside the river, at the bank of the river. You people should not go and bury him that because of he's a celebrity. You are going to bury him at the bank of the river. At the bank. To save his other children. To save his other children. That is his generation. You people are going to bury him at the bank of the river. Okay. Had it been he had known. But when some time a prophetess will come out that they want to give celebrity messages, some people say they are cloud chasing. You don't know that as they are fake, there are still original people. I just wish the family well. Nobody killed him. None of his colleagues, haters, or anybody killed him. John Pope was given to his mother. Junior Pope was given to his mother through water. And they have taken him because he refused to acknowledge who he was.
Welcome back. You see, what I've observed in all of this, and I don't blame anything. I mean, when I say anything, I don't blame anything at all on this one of Junior Pope. And I will not blame nobody at all on this. Everyone has the right to see things in their own dimension, in their own view. They have the right because that is what they can see and that's how they can see it. One, we have those that are custodian of deities, idols, deities such as the water goddess, water spirit, water this and that. They came out like what you've heard. They are priestess, custodians, wine, Miri, water mother, water queen, water snake, water that and that, Banje, Mary. All of them are coming out to speak. And definitely, they are going to speak from a place of their own belief and understanding. They are going to speak in that way. Every other thing will be suspended because they believe that their faith and their deity and what they know is far superior than any other thing that anyone wants to say. So they are going to stick to that line. That is why many of them will tell you, don't play. In fact, some of them will jump on it and warn you, don't play with your water rituals, don't play with your water things. These things are serious. You see, if you had done the right thing, they will use this opportunity to sway you into the direction of fear. Don't joke with this if you are connected to this. Don't play with this. In fact, don't disrespect the water. It is the same. It's a religious thing. It's a religion thing. It's a religion thing. You'll find this played out in Islam. You find it played out in Christianity, where certain things, like, it will be like warning, but like a fear thing. If you're not afraid, you have to be afraid. You have to be afraid. If you're not afraid, you have to be afraid. This will be happening to you. That will be happening to you. It's the same thing. That's why I said, I don't blame. Because that is what that person does. That is what, even if they are using it to brainwash, even if they are using it to keep people in servitude, even if they are using it to tie people down to themselves, even if they are using it to make you believe that this is the only way, you will find this among custodians, traditionalists, custodians of these things. You'll find it, and that's what we've heard. 2, we have those on the other end. It could be Islam. I mean, those who do not believe in multiple gods. They believe in only one God, and the God is Jehovah. And they call the name of Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus Christ. They will tell you that truly these things occur. Because if these things don't happen, if these things don't exist, there will be no purpose of deliverance, spiritual wife, spiritual husband, marine girl, deliverance from the snake spirit, deliverance from this and that. There will be no need for that. So it means that these things do exist. It does exist, truly. So they will also come out. Many of them have come out. I did analysis on that. One of them was Prophet. It's a Prophet Elijah. He came out to talk. He said, he made mention of the other guy, T-Virus, pouring libation, and what he did, how he did it, and the other guy, that's, you have to be serious. He said, women, you have to take care of your husband. That is your duty. You have to pray. You have to do this and that. The thing is this, women, you'll find them a lot in churches. That is the truth. So once you have a woman in church, she will drag the kids there and possibly drag in her husband. So women are always very useful in churches. Very, very useful in churches. Go and check churches, the population in churches. You see that you have 70% women in churches. Then you now have 20% children. That's it. The rest can be men. That's how it is. That's how it rolls. So pastors have also come on this, and they've used this to tell you why you need to be on the side of God, why you need to be prayerful, why you need to secure yourself, why you need to be insulated, evaporated. You have to be full of God's power and the fire of the Holy Spirit, so that these things will not come nigh you. So they will not even come, like you have a superior power. Many of them have even said they went on the river and they told the river and spit in it as if they dare you. Come and attack me, you stupid spirit. It's not as if those spirits do not exist. It's just trying to show the superiority that I have what is with me that is more powerful than what is inside of you. Simply put, greater is it that is in me than he that is in River Niger, River Benue, River Anam, River, whatever river you have around you, like that. That is what it is. Now, we have the other end of application of common sense, simply safety measures. How do I protect myself? I'm going on a boat. How come it is only this boat ride in these rivers in Nigeria, in Africa, that will swallow people, and they say the snake swallowed someone, the goddess swallowed somebody? Why? What's going on here? What's happening? I told you some of the reasons why these things can be so. This is it. You see, the level or the amount of recognition that you give to deities, spirits, unseen, idol, the level of worship, the level of it that you give to them, the worship, libation, how much you are willing to bend when they request will determine how powerful, how strong, the strong hold that they will have on you. It's as simple as that. Powers exist everywhere. It depends on which one you wish to embrace, focus, and give libation. All spirits need, they want worship. In fact, that is the story of the Bible. That Lucifer wanted his own kingdom, his own worship, and he wanted human beings to bow to him. Like he wants to be worshipped. You see? So all of them need worship. They want to be worshipped. They want to be recognized. They want to be, the Alpha and the Omega. That's the truth of it. So it depends on what you give. That's the truth. Now, Blessing CEO the other day said, do you know the amount of sacrifices or rituals that people do in these rivers? It's still the same thing. They have made these rivers powerful, potent, and they can be very, very, very dangerous at times. That's the truth of it. You see, spirits in general, they are not really sold out to anybody. What I mean by sold out is they do not really have this, they don't have to respect or obey covenants that you have with them. I mean, they can fail you. That's what I'm trying to say. They can fail. They can fail. And at times, the highest bidder is who they go for. They know that you will bring to them. They know that the other person will bring to them. So, for example, if someone gives them a goat, another person gives them a cow, what do you expect? It's the same spirit. You think the spirit that you gave goat to and the one that gave cow, it's not as if the spirit needs to eat the cow, but the spirit sees how much you can bring, how much you can sacrifice. That spirit will simply support the other person that brought cow against you. Now comes the unhealthy competition. Do you think the covenant you had, hey, don't take me, don't do this to me, I'm bringing you this goat, I'm bringing you this chicken. So what I'm trying to say is that these spirits are there. Many of them are Maleficent. They are there. You make a covenant with them. Maybe your ancestors made it before you were born. And here you are. You don't even know about it, but you see the reflection of it in your dreams. Or you hear voices, you hear footsteps or things like that. You begin to know that there is something. You didn't do it directly by yourself, like in your consciousness, but someone had done it already and it is stuck to you. It is in your subconscious and it will manifest itself. You will see it. And it will be requesting for the same that the other brought because they like worship. They like you to continue doing what someone else said or what you said or what your parents said or your great-grandparents have said. They want it. They want it. And they become vicious if you don't give. So, that's the reason. Why? Because someone started it. Someone started it like, hey, I want this thing to help me to get what I need. And if you check, you will be shocked at the useless thing that made that your ancestors get in covenant. Maybe because your ancestor wants to be the only one having the biggest catch of fish. They will go into that kind of terrible covenant. And that covenant will run down to you that you are in the US. You are not a fisherman now. Neither are you a fisherwoman. It's so terrible. It is so terrible. So terrible. I don't know what you guys think of this one. What have been your experience so far? Drop it in the comment section. See you guys in the next update.